I just put 250 miles on a new pair of shoes, the Altra Olympus 3.0s, and I thought I'd talk about them a little bit. Altra names their shoes after mountains that are here in Utah, and this one's named after Mount Olympus, which is that one right there. And yeah, I can see it from my desk at work. In the past, I've only worn minimalist shoes. Some of my go-tos have been these, which are the Merrell Vapor gloves, and they've got like a super thin sole. Here's a comparison. Thickness. So last summer I did like 180 miles or something in North Carolina, and I used the Zero Prios, which have a pretty thin sole. And I noticed in the middle of my foot, it felt like a tendon or something was being stretched or pulled. If I stood on like a rock with right here and pushed down and rocked it a little bit, it would feel better. So I wanted to try something that had more padding and see if that helped. And another reason, going into the Arizona trail, I knew that it was going to be kind of cold, and then also that there would be times when it's super hot. So I wanted something that is better for insulation. Like yesterday I was wearing these Vapor gloves, and it was probably like 45 degrees. Like, it wasn't that cold, but my toes went numb just standing around. I think it's like 33 millimeters stack height. It's got a lot of room for your foot. I ordered a size 7, and I wear size 7 in every other shoe. And then the bottom of the shoe looks like that. And this is with 250 miles on it, and it's still in really good shape. There's a little tiny bit of wear up on the front, I guess from kicking things. The top of the toe cap is starting to peel off, and this inside stuff's like a real soft, it's not a rubber, it's like a foam surrounded by rubber, and this foam is wearing out. But they're in very good shape for 250 miles. It took me about a week of hiking to get used to them. Having this extra height, whenever I would step on something that's like slightly on a hill, going along the hill, it was hard to like keep my foot balanced, and my ankle would feel strained after a while. And there was some spots on the AZT that were like slanted and snowy, like old snow that we had to cross. And I found that my foot would just like tip like this and start to slide, and I couldn't get traction. So I would find myself turning my foot with the hill and just like kind of going sideways a little bit. And that's one of the annoying things about having such a tall sole that I've never had with any other shoes. The grip on them was actually pretty good, except for in the snow, but for trails and stuff it was pretty good. As for insulation, it worked pretty well. The shoe, if you can see in there, there's like light coming through. It's really breathable on the top part, but having this foam, I never had super sweaty feet. One of the nights I was hiking up to the top of Mount Lemmon, and it was supposed to get down to 19 degrees. I night hiked until like just after 10 p.m. That was like almost 4 hours in the night, and it was really cold, and my legs and body were pretty chilly, but my feet stayed totally fine, and I was walking through snow. So the thicker sole definitely does help with temperature management. One of the terrible things was Darwin has these same shoes, and it happened to him as well. The insole that comes with it is awful. It's too wide, so it comes up along the edge of the shoe and kind of curves in just a bit. And so I got a bunch of blisters because of that, because it would sit up and my foot would just kind of rub up and down on it. And so yeah, I took it out, and it's inside is like this foam, and it's super squishy. So taking it out, I had no issues, and my blisters went away after I pulled it out. I ended up having knee problems on the AZT, and a lot of people asked me if changing from minimalist shoes to really thick shoes was what made that happen. I mean, maybe a little bit, but I think that more so me not hiking for a long time is what made that happen. I don't think I'd go this thick again, but they were pretty comfortable after I got rid of the insole. They kept my foot from getting fatigue on longer days. They're also kind of expensive. I think they're $150, which is a lot for a shoe. Like $100 is kind of a lot for a shoe, but that's like kind of normal. And then, yeah, half the price on top of that. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy them again. But that's what I thought about these. That's really all.